Okay, I'm going to show you how to use Kahoot. I've already signed into Kahoot, and on here it says that you can create a new Kahoot, a quiz, or a jumble. Up here, across the top, you can find Kahoots where you can search for a certain subject. You can pick ones that are popular, trending, or featured. Or you can click on My Kahoots, which would be where you would find the quizzes that you have made, or favorites of ones that you've already done. In this case, I've chosen a proper or common noun Kahoot to use already, so click on that. You want to check out the questions to make sure they're appropriate for your students. It also gives you the answers so you can see what the answer choices are for each of the questions. And then you click on play. Here you can choose classic or team mode where your students can play in teams or they can play one person to one person. I'm going to choose classic mode. Gives you a number to use, so the students will type in that number. I've already used it so I can have it on there. So this is the number, you push enter. Then they type in their nickname or their name. And now they're in. They see their name up here, the pin number's over here, and the teacher can see that the students are inside the game. They click start. This will be projected up on your screen up in front of your room. A noun is, it gives the answer choices. On the student's screen, they see just this. Gives them immediate feedback as to if they're correct or not, and tells them what streak or what answer streak they're in. This is their first question. They've got their first question correct. They also tells them that they are in first place. On the teacher screen, when everybody has answered the questions, they can see who got it correct. The check mark is the correct answer, and one person chose that one, and 0 people chose the other answers. Then they click next, and it shows who's in the first place. It usually shows a couple more. Let's try and get one wrong and see what that looks like. Which word is a proper noun? Answer streak lost. Again, it shows who's in first place and what answer was correct and not how many people got that. I'm going to create a quiz using Google Forms. You can find Google Forms by looking at the waffle. When you're on Google Chrome, looking at the waffle here, when you click on that, go down to more, and you can see Google Forms right here. I'm going to click on blank quiz, and that gives you a kind of a template already ready to go for a blank quiz. And I'm going to title here my quiz proper nouns. In my form description, I'm going to make the directions. In each sentence, the correct form of the proper noun. Where it says untitled question, that's your first question. You want to make sure, in this case, I'm making a multiple choice question. So I want to make sure it says multiple choice. You have different choices here that you can choose. Again, I want multiple choice. So I'm going to click on the untitled question, and this will be question number 1. Number 1 will say, Aunt Joe went to bank for the weekend. Oh, I chose multiple choice grid. I don't want multiple choice grid. There we go. And so on option 1, my answer would be Lake Placid with lowercase letters. For option 2, I'm going to put the lake for the weekend. Option 3, I'm going to put a capital L for the lowercase p. And for option 4, I'm going to put the correct answer, which is an uppercase L and an uppercase P. Now, those questions are done. I'm going to add another question. So I go over and I click on the plus sign over here. I want this one to be multiple choice as well. On number 2, I'm going to say Ivy and Jan went to and blank. Option 1 is going to be Florida with a lowercase f. Option 2, their house. Option 3, Florida with a capital F. And option 4, park. Okay, so that's 2 questions. Now I'm going to go down here, and I would put more than 2 questions, obviously, but I'm going to go down here and do the answer key. And I'm going to pick the correct answers for each of the questions. And when I go over here to responses, I can click on these and pick whether I want to get an email notification for the new responses, or I want to select where the responses go. I can download the responses, delete the responses, and when I have some, print all the responses. And here, create a response spreadsheet from all of the responses.